Mounting octagon boxes in brick walls requires careful consideration to ensure a secure and code-compliant installation. Several options are available, each with its advantages and disadvantages. Firstly, surface mounting with an extension ring is an option. This involves installing a single gang surface mount electrical box combined with a 3.5-inch or 4-inch extension ring. Secure the box to the brick using masonry screws or anchors, ensuring a firm hold. Secondly, flush mounting with fire-rated gypsum board can be employed. This method involves chiseling a cavity in the brick wall, making it deep enough to accommodate the octagon box. After creating the cavity, install a piece of fire-rated gypsum plasterboard, such as Type X or Type C, inside the cavity. The octagon box is then mounted directly to the gypsum board using screws, providing a flush finish. Thirdly, anchoring devices specifically designed for masonry offer a robust solution. These anchors are designed to be inserted into the brick, providing a secure point for mounting the electrical box. The anchor is secured to the brick first, and then the octagon box is mounted to the anchor using screws. This ensures a strong and reliable connection. Fourthly, a custom fabricated box can be considered. This involves having a custom-made octagon box that is specifically designed to fit the brick wall configuration. This can be more expensive and requires fabrication, but it can provide a tailored solution for unique situations. When using anchoring devices, there are specific steps to follow to ensure proper installation. 1. Identify the precise location where the octagon box is to be mounted on the brick wall. Mark the location clearly using a pencil or marker. 2. Drill a pilot hole for the anchor, following the manufacturer's instructions for the specific anchor being used. The correct drill bit size and depth are crucial for a secure fit. 3. Insert the anchor into the drilled hole. Depending on the type of anchor, this may involve tapping it in with a hammer or inserting it by hand. 4. Tighten the anchor using a wrench or screwdriver, again following the manufacturer's instructions. Proper tightening ensures that the anchor is firmly seated in the brick. 5. Mount the octagon box to the anchor using the screws provided with the anchor or box. Ensure that the screws are tightened securely, but avoid over-tightening, which could damage the box or anchor. 6. Secure the electrical wires within the box, making sure all connections are tight and properly insulated. 7. Install the light fixture or other device onto the octagon box, following the manufacturer's instructions. Recommended anchoring devices include the Redhead Hammerset nail anchor, which is specifically designed for mounting electrical boxes in masonry. It offers easy installation and a strong hold. Another option is the Simpson Strong Tie CMBP concrete masonry screw anchor, which is a screw-in anchor designed for mounting boxes in masonry. It provides a reliable and secure connection. The Hilti X ATP expansion anchor is an expandable anchor that includes a washer, making it suitable for larger loads. It offers excellent holding power in brick and concrete. When working with electrical wiring, safety is paramount. Always turn off the power at the circuit breaker before starting any electrical work. Use appropriate safety gear, including gloves and eye protection. If unsure about any aspect of the installation, consult a qualified electrician. Ensure that all work complies with local electrical codes and regulations. It is also important to select the right size of octagon box for the application. Standard sizes include 3.5-inch and 4-inch, with the choice depending on the number and size of wires to be accommodated. For installations with multiple wires or larger gauge wires, a larger box may be necessary to ensure adequate space and proper heat dissipation. When drilling into brick, use a masonry drill bit specifically designed for the purpose. These bits are made from hardened materials that can withstand the abrasive nature of brick and concrete. Apply steady pressure while drilling and avoid using excessive force, which can damage the bit or the brick. After drilling, clean out any dust or debris from the hole to ensure a good fit for the anchor. When selecting masonry screws or anchors, choose ones that are specifically rated for the weight and type of load they will be supporting. Consider the thickness of the brick and the depth of the hole required for the anchor. Longer screws or anchors may be necessary for thicker walls. Ensure that the screws or anchors are made from corrosion-resistant materials to prevent rust and deterioration over time. Stainless steel or zinc-coated options are good choices for outdoor or damp locations. When mounting the Octagon box, use a level to ensure that it is perfectly aligned. This is especially important for light fixtures, as an unlevel box can cause the fixture to appear crooked. Use shims if necessary to adjust the position of the box and achieve a level installation. When connecting electrical wires, use wire connectors that are appropriate for the size and type of wire being used. Ensure that all connections are tight and secure to prevent loose wires, which can cause electrical problems. Wrap electrical tape around the wire connectors to provide an extra layer of insulation and protection. When running wires through the brick wall, use conduit or other protective sleeving to protect the wires from damage. Secure the conduit to the wall using appropriate clamps or straps. Ensure that the conduit is properly grounded to prevent electrical shock hazards. When installing light fixtures, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Ensure that the fixture is properly grounded and that all connections are tight and secure. Use a multimeter to test the circuit before turning the power back on to ensure that there are no shorts or other electrical problems. When working with fire-rated gypsum board, use screws that are specifically designed for attaching to gypsum. These screws have a coarse thread that provides a strong grip in the gypsum material. Ensure that the screws are long enough to penetrate the gypsum and reach the supporting structure behind it. When applying gypsum plasterboard, use a joint compound to fill in any gaps or seams. Sand the joint compound smooth after it has dried to create a seamless finish. Paint the gypsum board to match the surrounding wall color for a professional look. When choosing a custom fabricated box, work with a reputable fabricator who has experience in creating electrical enclosures. Provide the fabricator with precise measurements and specifications to ensure that the box fits the brick wall configuration perfectly. Consider the material used for the box, choosing a durable and corrosion-resistant option such as stainless steel or aluminum. When working on older brick walls, be aware of the possibility of crumbling or damaged brick. Use extra care when drilling or anchoring into these walls to avoid causing further damage. If necessary, reinforce the brick with a bonding agent or patching compound before installing the electrical box. When installing electrical boxes in a commercial or industrial setting, follow all applicable codes and regulations, including those related to fire safety and accessibility. Ensure that the installation is inspected by a qualified electrical inspector to verify compliance. When mounting electrical boxes outdoors, use weatherproof boxes and fittings to protect the electrical connections from moisture and the elements. Seal all openings and seams with a waterproof sealant to prevent water from entering the box. When working with high voltage circuits, take extra precautions to avoid electrical shock hazards. Use insulated tools and wear appropriate protective gear. If unsure about any aspect of the installation, consult a qualified electrician. Regularly inspect the electrical boxes and connections to ensure that they are in good condition and free from damage or corrosion. Replace any damaged or worn components promptly to prevent electrical problems. When upgrading electrical boxes, consider the future needs of the electrical system. Choose boxes that are large enough to accommodate future wiring and devices. Ensure that the boxes are compatible with the existing wiring system and that they meet all current code requirements. When installing electrical boxes in a new construction project, plan the locations of the boxes carefully to ensure that they are conveniently located and accessible. Coordinate the box locations with other building systems such as plumbing and HVAC to avoid conflicts. Ensure that the boxes are properly supported and secured to the building structure. When retrofitting electrical boxes into an existing building, take into account the existing wiring and structural conditions. Avoid damaging existing wiring or structural elements during the installation process. If necessary, consult with a qualified electrician or structural engineer to ensure that the installation is safe and compliant. When working with electrical boxes, always use the proper tools and techniques. Avoid using excessive force or improvising with makeshift tools. This can damage the boxes or create unsafe conditions. Follow all manufacturers' instructions and code requirements carefully to ensure a safe and reliable installation. When installing electrical boxes, consider the aesthetic appearance of the installation. Choose boxes that are compatible with the surrounding decor and that are installed in a neat and professional manner. Conceal wiring and conduit as much as possible to create a clean and uncluttered look. When working with electrical boxes, be aware of the potential for asbestos exposure. Older buildings may contain asbestos-containing materials in the wiring, insulation, or box components. Take appropriate precautions to avoid disturbing these materials and consult with a qualified asbestos abatement contractor if necessary. When disposing of old electrical boxes, follow all applicable environmental regulations. Recycle the boxes whenever possible and dispose of any hazardous materials properly. When working with electrical boxes, always prioritize safety. Take the time to plan the installation carefully, use the proper tools and techniques, and follow all applicable codes and regulations. If unsure about any aspect of the installation, consult with a qualified electrician. Mounting Octagon boxes securely in brick walls requires a combination of proper planning, appropriate materials, and careful execution. By following these guidelines and taking the necessary precautions, a safe and reliable electrical installation can be achieved. Different types of masonry anchors offer varying levels of holding strength. Sleeve anchors, wedge anchors, and concrete screws are common choices, each with specific load capacities. Select the anchor that is appropriate for the weight of the fixture and any additional stress it may experience. When drilling pilot holes for anchors, use a hammer drill to penetrate the brick effectively. A hammer drill combines rotation with a hammering action, making it easier to drill through hard materials like brick and concrete. Ensure that the drill bit is the correct size for the anchor being used. After inserting the anchor, use a torque wrench to tighten it to the manufacturer's specified torque. This ensures that the anchor is properly seated and provides the maximum holding strength. Avoid over-tightening, which can damage the anchor or the surrounding brick. When mounting electrical boxes in a damp or wet location, use a weatherproof gasket between the box and the wall to prevent moisture from entering the box. This will help to protect the electrical connections from corrosion and ensure a long-lasting installation. When working with multiple electrical boxes, use a wire management system to keep the wiring organized and prevent tangling. Wire ties, cable trays, and raceways can help to keep the wiring neat and tidy, making it easier to troubleshoot and maintain the electrical system. When installing electrical boxes in a fire-rated wall, use a fire-rated sealant around the box to prevent the spread of fire. This will help to maintain the integrity of the fire-rated wall and protect the building occupants in the event of a fire. When working with electrical boxes, be aware of the potential for electromagnetic interference. Use shielded wiring and grounded boxes to minimize electromagnetic interference, which can disrupt electronic equipment. When installing electrical boxes in a healthcare facility, follow all applicable codes and regulations related to patient safety. Use tamper-resistant boxes and fittings to prevent unauthorized access to the electrical system. When working with electrical boxes, always double-check the wiring connections before turning the power back on. Use a multimeter to verify that the wiring is correct and that there are no shorts or ground faults. This will help to prevent electrical shock hazards and ensure safe and reliable installation. Remember, electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician if unsure about any aspect of the installation.